We'll proceed in summation and integral calculus. Okay, summation and integral calculus, where we will proceed with this discussion because this is the future. Anyone try to solve a problem into digital manner only. No one try to solve a problem in continuous manner. Anyway, that we will see. How it is really important to break the problem into n part. If someone is facing a problem, then divide the problem into n part. First thing, divide the problem into n parts. Okay, then solve the problem part by part. Solve the problem part by part. Okay, and then it can be summed up to have the net solution. That is the concept. Now, while summing up, there can be a scenario where we will take n tends to infinity. If I have a problem, divide the problem into n parts, solve the problem into part by part, and then sum it. But there can be scenario while summing it, we would assume n tends to infinity. Then only the actual summation would come. But problem scenario starts with dividing into n parts. Okay, we had taken a simple example like if I'm trying to if I'm trying to calculate the perimeter of a circle, if I'm trying to calculate perimeter of a circle, then I'll divide the perimeter of a circle. Then I would divide this circle into n different parts. Okay, this is x-axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. X-axis, y-axis. Now there is a radius that is going like this, and radius when it is going like this, then while radius is moving in angular fashion, I divide the circle into n different parts. Okay. Now each part I would calculate the perimeter, each part and then sum it. Okay. What is the circumference of a circle? What is the circumference of a circle? Circumference of circle is 2 pi into r. 2 pi into r. That is the circumference of a circle. Okay, there is single dimension in the circumference. If someone watching it, then there is only one dimension that is available in the circumference of circle, not two dimensions. Two dimension means area. We are trying to calculate the length of the circumference of the circle. Please focus it little closely. Anyway, since it is single dimension, then the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. There is a single thing here. There is no two things are here. No, there are two things I know. Pi, pi. Pi means angle. R means radius. There are two things. You see, one is angle and one is radius. Certainly it cannot be. Certainly it cannot be. Since we are trying to calculate the circumference of a circle, then certainly there will be only one thing while calculating the circumference of the circle. Okay, what is the only one thing? That is the arc length. If I have like this, if I have a if I have divided this parameter into n different parts, if I have divided the parameter into n different parts, okay, then for a particular part, this is the angle, this is x-axis, and then we are dividing it into many parts. Dividing into many parts means circumference I am dividing into many parts. This is the ith section. Angle here is delta theta I. What is the circumference here? Okay, now to find the perimeter of a circle, I divided into n parts. Okay, if it is n part, then this is delta theta I, making theta angle with the x-axis. This is theta angle, making theta angle with the x-axis. This is delta theta I. What is this circumference here? R into delta theta I in radian give the circumference of this section. Then I have to add it I equal to 1 to n, where n division I have made. Length of the ith section, that is delta theta I into r. If we watch it closely, the circumference of a circle, it is 2 pi into r. 2 pi, it looks like it is an angle and r is the radius. Means radius moves 2 pi. Then circumference is 2 pi. Yeah? Okay, we can break into a smaller part and we can calculate. It is up to us. What is the area of a circle? Area of a circle, similar fashion. If I divide the if I divide circle into many sections, then any ith section where angle is delta theta I, what is area here? Okay, if I know the area, then I can sum it for all the subsection and I'll get the area. Okay, I believe this is the first thing I'm talking. So, what is the area of circle? I know it is pi r square. Pi r square is the area of a circle. Pi r square. Isn't it 1 by 2 into 2 pi r into r? 1 by 2 into 2 pi r into r. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that there are two components in this area. If someone is watching carefully, there are two components in this area because this is area. Area will have two components. A length will have one component. A volume will have three components. Okay, weight will have four components. How come weight will have four components? Weight has four components. Three components are x, y, z, that is the volume. Fourth component is the density function. If you multiply volume with the density, you will get the weight. So weight is four dimensions. Volume is three dimensions. Area is two dimensions. And length is one dimension. If I'm talking about area, then certainly there will be two variables out here. What are those two variables? This is 1 by 2 constant. 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the circumference into r. 2 pi r. 2 pi r. If I see the polar coordinate system, then there are two variables in length manner. In angular manner, then angle is the variation and radius is the variation. In polar coordinate system, if I try to draw it in Cartesian coordinate system, polar coordinate system separately, it is theta and r. Theta axis, this is also a polar coordinate system. Theta and r. Every point here is theta comma r. Every point. But if this is Cartesian coordinate system x and y, then polar coordinate system there will be a radius and radius will move like this, making angle theta. This is a hybrid model. This is not polar coordinate system. People think this is polar coordinate system, where radius start moving like this. This cannot be a coordinate system. Coordinate system is you have this axis and this axis. This is coordinate system. This is not a coordinate system. This is a coordinate system that we have pushed inside Cartesian coordinate system. That is r theta. If I kind of mix with Cartesian, superimpose polar coordinate system on the Cartesian coordinate system, then it will make like this. What about if I superimpose Cartesian coordinate system in polar coordinate system, reverse fashion? Then x will be a cosine wave and y will be a sine wave because x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sine theta. X will be a cosine wave and y will be sine wave. If I try to superimpose r theta into x and y, then r equal to square root of x square plus y square. Theta equal to tan inverse y by x. It will form a circle there. It depends where you are, what you are trying to do. I'm trying to do polar coordinate system. I'm trying to superimpose polar coordinate system inside the Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, if that is the case, then this is how it is. Okay, in that fashion, if I'm trying to, then if I take any point on the circle, this point will be a radius and arc. These are the two coordinates of this point. Both are distance now. Radius is r and this arc is r into theta. How much it has moved? If it has moved theta, then this is r theta and this is r. R into r theta is the area. Sorry, r into r theta will talk about area because it has two sides. There are two orthogonal components in polar coordinate system if it is drawn on Cartesian coordinate system. One is radius and one is arc. They are perpendicular to each other. Okay, I have radius, I have radius. Okay, you have radius. I have my angle is moving like this. So arc is representing the angle. So arc and hypotenuse both are at 90 degree to each other. See, this is radius. If this is radius and this is arc, then they are at 90 degree to each other. If I try to draw x and y on Cartesian coordinate system, x and y at Cartesian coordinate system, then x will be cos theta, x equal to r cos theta, y will be sin theta. They are again at 90 degree to each other, 90 degree difference with each other. If this is the angle theta, if this is angle theta, then they will be at 90 degree gap. They are orthogonal there also. Anyway, now we have like this. Then what is area of the circle? 1 by 2, 2 pi r into r. If r is like this, 2 pi r is the another one. It is something like what is the area of a rectangle? Width x and height y. X into y gives the area. Similarly, circle is a de facto shape for the polar coordinate system. In that fashion, there are two coordinates. One is radius and one is pi r. For full circumference, it is 2 pi r into another coordinate system r. 2 pi r into r is the area of a circle. 2 pi r square. No, no, I know it is pi r square, not 2 pi r. Okay, you mistakenly you said it is 2 pi r square. Our fundamental says that area of a circle is, if I multiply the circumference, that is the one coordinate r and one is radius, then it will be 2 pi r into r. 2 pi r square is the area. Anyway, but area is 1 by 2 pi r square. Let's take the ith section in the circle. Ith section in the circle. If I take ith section in the circle, then area is, this arc falls 90 degree on this side, because if this is the arc and this angle is very small, infinitesimally small, this angle is very small, this arc will fall at 90 degree, because I can consider arc as a straight line. If it falls at 90 degree, then area of this will be, this is a 90 degree triangle. This length, that is r into delta theta I, r into delta theta I into r by 2, because this forms a triangle. The rectangle which is formed by r delta theta I into r by 2. So for any section in any section, if I make n section of a circle, any section will have area as 1 by 2 r square delta theta I, means 1 by 2 comes into picture. Okay, so the area of the final circle 1 by 2 will be there. So 1 by 2, 2 pi r, 1 by 2 into r into 2 pi r square is the area. This is called rough way of calculating something by dividing. See how nice it is. If I want to get the area of a circle, divide into n section. Take the one section, calculate the area. Okay, now you can estimate for the full. Makes sense? Okay, in that fashion, if I want perimeter of a circle, divide into n part and try to calculate area of one part. Area of one part. What is area of one part if I divide the circumference into n part? Area of one part is r into delta theta I. R into delta theta I. There is no 1 by 2 or 2 by 4, nothing is there. Means signal is green that I can compute in same way for the full circle, 2 pi r. Now we were talking about why n tends to infinity and then why we need integral calculus. Because I can also write summation I equal to 1 to n and then r delta theta I. R is the radius. This is the ith section. I want to calculate the perimeter. So perimeter for the ith section is r into delta theta I. R into delta theta I. Summation I equal to 1 to n will give the, okay, but problem here is, the biggest problem here is, we have taken the length of the perimeter as a straight line, not as a curved line. Okay, if I'm trying to, if I'm okay, I believe this is little difficult. Take the area of a circle, nth ith part area of a circle, there certainly I have taken a straight line. Rather than a curved line, I took it as a straight line. Then only it becomes a 90 degree. Okay, if it is a curve, then it will not be a straight line. If I want a straight line, then this angle must be tends to 0. Then only curve will be behaved as a straight line. Then only I have area as 1 by 2 r square delta theta n delta theta I. If this tends to 0, then n tends to infinity. Now, in that fashion, no one can calculate n tends to infinity and sum infinity. I equal to 1 to n summation sigma. Sigma I equal to 1 to n and then 1 by 2 r square delta theta I. Not possible. Where n tends to infinity. Okay, if I talk in the circumference of a circle, what is circumference of a circle? I can divide this circle into 4 parts. Many times I have talked about it. 4 parts. From here to here, 1 part. Here to here, here to here, here to here. Let's take these 2 points as a straight line. And these 2 points as a straight line. These 2 points as a straight line. These 2 points as a straight line. And calculate the straight line length and add it 4 times. I equal to 1 to n and this straight line, all 4 you add. This is the circumference of a circle. Certainly not. This is just an approximation. It will not be very accurate. Now divide into 8 parts. Then between any 2 parts take a straight line. Take a straight line. Take a straight line and add all the straight line. You get the circumference. That is summation I equal to 1 to n. Summation I equal to 1 to n and addition of all. Again it will not be accurate. Because again a straight line cannot be an arc. What is solution? Divide into n, n tends to infinity. If n tends to infinity, then distance between any 2 points will be tends to 0. Then it will behave like an arc. There n tends to infinity makes sense. Okay, we will now come to probability section. The way we are pursuing, we'll talk about it. Okay, a little bit I'll talk about it more. Then if someone remembers to calculate the area of a circle, ith section area, if I divide into n part, ith section area, there is another analogy also of calculating the area of a ith section of a circle that I can add it for n times. Summation I equal to 1 to n. Area of ith section give the net area. What is area of ith section? Okay, what is area this? If this is the arc, can I calculate this arc vector? Representation of this arc as vector and then do the cross product with radius vector. This radius vector and arc vector, if I do cross product, it will have something for the area in between. If this is radius and this is the arc, if this is radius and this is the arc, then if I represent arc as a vector and this is a vector, if I do cross product of these two, I get the area in between. This is what I want. Can I use this concept that if I do cross product of two vectors, then I get the area underneath. Through that, can I proceed calculating the area of the ith section and sum it for n time where n tends to infinity. Okay, that we will see. This is what we will introduce in probability ladder. Okay, introduction of length vector in probability section to calculate the net probability assumption or net prediction. What we are doing, I don't think it is a highly developed mode in artificial intelligence. Usage of vector in artificial intelligence, I don't think it is very much developed right now. Artificial intelligence itself is extremely underdeveloped now. So in introducing vector and those things, that we will do. Vector is so powerful that we can calculate the ith section length of this arc as a length vector only. If I have a length vector, then I can have estimation for the ith section. What will be the length? Then sum it. What is the length of a vector? If I have a vector xi plus yj, what is length of a vector? Okay, this is x square plus y square root. Considering this vector represents 2 points, that is 0, 0 to x, y. If I have a vector that is I plus dy by dx j bracket close into dx or delta x, if I have something like this, what I'm trying to say. Okay, if I have a vector in a term I plus dy by dxj, I plus dy by dxj into dx, this is also a vector. I plus dy by dxj is a vector into dx. What is the magnitude of this vector? Okay, first part is vector, another part is dx. What is magnitude of the first part, that is vector? 1 square plus dy by dx whole square root. That is the that is the that is the kind of that I'm sorry, that is the length of this vector. If I represent this circumference as a if I represent this circumference as a length vector, that is I plus dy by dxj. Please watch our previous video as a length vector. How to calculate length vector? Length vector, if I have I plus dy by dxj as a length vector dy by dx is how much y is changing, variation in x. If I have ith section of the arc, we are calculating a circle. Ith section, what is the equation of this arc in calculus form? I plus dy by dxj into dx, where dx is delta x. Delta x belongs to this delta x. Makes sense? This is x-axis, and this is the circle going like this. If circle is going like this, then this is x-axis. I'm trying to find the length of this arc in the ith section. If I have this arc in a vector form, what is a vector form? I plus dy by dxj into delta x. What is delta x? Delta x dx, delta x is, if this is a radius, this is another radius, this is delta x of the ith section. Makes sense? So if I say I plus dy by dxj, delta xi, okay, if I compute the length of this vector, then this will be length of this arc. I think so. So I plus dy by dx whole square root into delta xi, that was dx earlier, delta xi is the length of this arc of the ith section. Summation I equal to 1 to n, the square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square into delta xi, where n tends to infinity, which will give the circumference. How you are kidding? Not possible. How to come to a length vector, how to calculate length vector of any curve line? Please watch our previous video. We can do it in any coordinate system. What is 1 plus dy by dx? 1 square plus dy by dx whole square root. What is dy by dx? Y equal to square root of a square minus x square. That is a circle equation. Dy by dx equal to minus x by square root of a square minus x square. Dy by dx whole square. Dy by dx whole square is x square by a square minus x square. Square root 1 plus x square by a square minus x square delta xi, where delta xi is a change in x. Change in x, this is one x, this is another x on x-axis. This is ith section, delta theta I is the angle. Then this is delta x. Okay, that is the, so this is the length of this vector in ith section. Okay, it will come as, I believe, a by a square root of a square minus x square delta xi. Delta xi is for the ith section. Now it is completely in form of fx delta xi. Summation I equal to 1 to n. Please watch our video how to convert a summation into integral calculus. This is exact case of converting into fx dx. Summation x equal to minus a to a, where delta x goes from minus a to a, minus a to a, minus a to a, and then a by a square root of a square minus x square dx. A I can keep outside. Then 1 by a square root of a square minus x square dx. Integration will be sine inverse x by a. Okay, x is minus a to a. Sine inverse 1 minus sine inverse minus 1. Sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. Minus pi by 2. It will become pi. Will become pi. Outside a, pi a. X is going from here to here, means half circumference I am getting. Actually, x should be here. back to here, then it makes 360 degree. But we calculated x going from here minus a to a, minus a to a. It forms 180 degree. Make it double. 2 pi a is the circumference. Amazing, mind blowing. This is introduction of vector while calculating the stuff that we will do in the future. Probably we will have many paper on this, how to introduce length vector into the artificial intelligence, more advanced length vector. Vectors are there, more advanced into the length vector. Anyway, now we are this is something called first. What is the concept? If people remember how nicely I converted the area of a circle, dividing into n parts, where the one part area is 1 by 2 r square delta theta I. It gives a hint that area of full circle is also 1 by 2 r square delta theta y. Actually, it is r into r delta theta I. 1 by 2 r into r delta theta I. Full area, if I want, 1 by 2 into r delta theta. R delta theta is the circumference. For full, it is 2 pi r. 1 by 2 r into 2 pi r. Pi r square is the area of circle. Anyone can compute quickly. Just divide the problem into n different parts. Okay, I will see little bit in the, okay, before we proceeding. I'll take a simple example. I had always talked about a kind of probability is a game of multiplication and addition. Probability is a game of multiplication and addition. Okay, what is multiplication and addition? Consider that number of people living in the world, number of people who live in a world are 10. 10, yes. There are only 10 people live in the world. Consider in that time. Okay, now 10 people, they speak different languages. Okay, they speak different language. Okay, 10 people are living in the world and they speak different languages. 10 people is less. Okay, consider 100 people live in the world. 100 people live in the world. 100 people, they talk in different languages. Someone talks German, someone talks French, someone talks Sanskrit, someone talks in English, someone talks in Latin, someone talks in Nigerian language, someone talks in whatsoever, Brazilian language or Chinese language, what? People talk in different languages. So if I add all the language people, I consider one person is talking in only. Every person has one mother tongue only. That's it. No person in the world has two mother tongue. A person may know 50 languages, but his mother tongue is only one. Okay, if I take the mother tongue of a person, then if I take the list of all the mother tongue in the world, then if I address the in this mother tongue, how many people are there? In this mother tongue, how many people are there? If I add, it will become 100 because 100 people live in the world. This is called language by distribution of the people. There can be another way of distributing the people that is called country wise. How many people live in Germany? How people live in Switzerland? How many people live in India? How many people live in Pakistan, Afghanistan, United States, Canada, Chile, and then Brazil, like that? If I add all the, a person cannot live in two countries, not possible. Okay, he cannot be have leg in one country and another leg in. At a present time, he is living in one country, or by origin, or by birth, if I say by birth or by origin, he belongs to only one country only. He can take citizenship of two country also, but by origin, by mother tongue, everyone is only one. One. He cannot be two. Okay, by origin, if I take a whatsoever, or person where he is currently living can also be in one country. One. If I add the country by country, how many people are living? If I add, it will become 100 again. I mean, there are two coordinates here. One coordinate is called country coordinate. If I move along this, then I visit country by country. Okay, then I have covered all the country. I start with the Germany, France, England. These are very rich countries. So Germany, France, okay, like this. Then I come up to India. Okay, now I have another axis called language axis. I have another axis called language axis. Language axis, I start with the, kind of, or I start, okay, I start with the language called French. French language and Swiss language and German language like that. At the end, I come to Sanskrit. Okay. Now this is one side and this is one side. Okay. If I take any point here, then I see it falls to which country. Make sense? And if I same point if I go here, then it falls to which language? Consider it falls to Switzerland. If I draw like this, it falls to Switzerland. Then if I go here, it falls to a language called German. Falls to a language called German. Okay, if that is the case, then what is the count of this? This is called z-axis. Make sense? This is x-axis. These kind of explanation are not available in any of the book. Anyone can try. This is our challenge. These kind of explanation is not available in any of the book. Not even at 1% of this explanation is available in any of the book. Anyway, so we'll proceed again. So now we have this as x-axis and this as y-axis. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. X-axis is country axis and y-axis is language axis. Now if I take this as xy plane and if I take any x comma y, I will have a vertical bar. Makes sense? Vertical bar talk about at any point what is the count of number of people. If I have taken a point here, now this is xy plane, I tilt it again. This is x and this is y. This is country and this is language. If I had taken any point here and by chance it falls in Switzerland and by chance it falls in German language, then how many people in Switzerland, their native language is German? Okay, consider that Switzerland population is 10. 10 people live in Switzerland and one person speaks German. 10 people, 10 people, 10 people in Switzerland. 10, I'm sorry, 10 people in Switzerland. There are 10 people in one person speaks German. So now if I take this point, if I go XY plane, if I draw a vertical, that vertical will be 1. Only one person is there. Now I take a down point. This point I take a down point. This point. At this point, if I draw a vertical, it will fall in Switzerland again. But if I go there, it falls to French language. How many people who have native mother tongue as French and he is living in Switzerland? Two. Consider two. Consider it is two. No, I won't consider it as two. Consider two. Then at that point, if I draw a vertical, it will be 2. This is called fxy. At any x comma y, what is fxy? What is the vertical bar? Okay, whatever we are talking right now, this is digital version, discrete version. We are talking about summation to integral calculus, right? This will come under summation. Summation arena means we have digital manner everything. Okay, one reason what is the point. So if I talk about Switzerland and France region, now think about this is Switzerland country. This is Switzerland country. Full bar is Switzerland. And this is French bar. If I take intersection, then their height will be 2. Make sense? Height will be 2. If I take Switzerland as a bar and Germany as a language, German as a language, it will make a cross section of a rectangle. And that rectangle, if I draw a bar, it will be height 1. French height will be 2. Now question is arising that what is the probability? What is the probability that consider that I take 2% from the Switzerland arbitrarily. I take 2% in the Switzerland arbitrarily. What is the probability that one speak German and one speak French? Okay. What is probability of a German inside Switzerland, not worldwide? Inside Switzerland, what is the probability of a person talks in German? 1 by 10. What is probability of a person who talks in French? What do you want? I want to check 2% and they are speaking German and French. One is German and one is French. And it should be and. One is German and one is French. Okay, German probability is 1 by 10, French 2 by 10. Net probability the 2% if I take, it will be German speaking and French speaking will be 1 by 10 into 2 by 10. 2 by 100, that is the probability. This is called AND relationship. There is or. What is the probability that a person one speak German and one speak French? Or. One speak German or one speak French. Then this this is the where we stuck, I believe, 2 days back. Okay, there is something called impersonation. This we will see in high detail in the probability. Impersonation. What is impersonation? Impersonation means if 10 people live in Switzerland, then seven of them are Swiss origin. They speak Swiss language. I don't know there is Swiss language or not, because maximum I believe in Switzerland people are German only. This is what I have heard. I have never visited Switzerland. Anyway, so there are 10 people live in Switzerland. Every person has essence of Swiss speaking, French speaking, and German speaking, though that is not true in reality. A person, if he speaks German, he does not speak French or Swiss. Swiss person, he does not speak French or German. Or French person does not speak German or Swiss. But to go ahead with the and on or relationship, consider consider a person has all three in it. All three in it. If he has all three in it, then a person has 70%. If I pick a person and I expect that person speak Swiss or not. Yeah, he speaks Swiss. Oh, he speaks Swiss. Yes, very nice. I pick another person. He speaks Swiss or not? Yes. I picked all 10% from Switzerland. I asked if he speaks Swiss or not. Yes. Impossible. Only 7% can speak Swiss, 2% French, and 1% German. How every person? Probability. There is something called impersonation. These are not available in any of the book. So the any person, if I pick from Switzerland, then probability that he will speak Swiss is 7 by 10. Inside him, he is Swiss speaking also, German speaking also, French speaking also. Then probability of the speaking Swiss is 7 by 10. 2 by 10 is the French, 1 by 10 is the German in every person of the Switzerland. Now I am asking this question again. Okay, if I have this this at x-axis and this is y-axis, this is country. If this is country and this is language. If I take this strip, that is Switzerland strip. Okay, in this strip, if I pick any person, what is probability that he speak German and French? But that is not true. Answer is zero. None of the person speak German and French. But this is how we can start the analogy, because every person has German and French. If I pick a person, what is probability that he speak German and French? 1 by 10 into 2 by 10. Okay. What is the probability the person speak German or French? German or French? Then it is 1 by 10 plus 2 by 10. Oh, how come it is? Okay, think in other fashion. Now 10 people are standing here and they are from Switzerland. They are from Switzerland. Okay. Now in that fashion, they are from Switzerland. Now I leave this model that every person has Swiss, German, and French inside it. Now all are different. 7% they talk in Swiss, one in German, and one in French. I call them, invite them one by one. One person is coming and asking them that are you German or French? You can speak, no, I cannot speak German, neither I can speak French. One person came and said, yes, I can speak German. The question is German or French. Then I ask, yes, I can speak French. I ask another, I can speak French. Then I'm writing 3 out of 10 can speak German or French. Means 1 by 10 plus 2 by 10 or means addition. 1 by 10 plus 2 by 10 can speak. Same thing, right? We started with the or is 1 by and now start with the and. And we'll have two people. One people cannot say and. I believe or also we did 2, 3 people only. And okay. Now if I take one person, if I take count one by one, then I got one person who can speak German, and then I got to another person who can speak French. I got another person who can speak French. Then I made them stand alike. One came as 1 in 10, and and another came at 2 in 10. What is the chance that whatever I get combination, it will be German and French? Okay, if I take 2%, what will be combination? He will be German and French. 1 by 10 into, then this explanation is not very sufficient. Then I have to take impersonation explanation, where in 1% we have whatever suits you. What what is the probability? One person is native to German language and native to French language both. If I want same in one person, then one person has probability of 1 by 10 as German and 2 by 10 as French. If I want and in him only, then guarantee that he will be like that, then it will be 2 by 100. It will be 2 by 100. Means it is rare. Anyway, we will see more on it. So this is something, this fundamental of drawing this graph, this fundamental of drawing this graph, where this is country axis and this is language axis. At each portion, if this is Switzerland and this is one language, in this language, what is the vertical? So against the Switzerland, if I go, then not required that in every language section, in every language, it will make a rectangle region. Like he is falling in Sanskrit. Probably no one knows Sanskrit in Switzerland. That section height will be 0. It will have only in 3 regions, it will have height. That's it. And that height will be, if I say that height will be, one will be 7, one will be 2, and one will be 1. Okay, if I talk in probability, then one will be 7 by 100, because 100 people, all people, if I all bar if I add, it will become 100 only, because 100 are the net population of the world. If I talk in the Switzerland, if I go this bar, then there are 3 places I have the vertical bar. One bar is 1 by 100, 1 by 100 probability. One is 2 by 100, one is 7 by 100. If I add all the country and all the language bars, all the height, it will become 1. Okay, this is called discrete distribution, or also people call it mass distribution. There is something called density distribution. Consider that if I take all the point on top, whatever probability we are drawing, if I take all the point on the top, it will come as a shape, it will come as a 3D shape. If I have an equation as fxy, 3D shape means z will have a function over x and y. If I am successful in drawing a function where z equal to function over x and y, means immediately I can, if this is x axis and y is axis, I take any x and y, immediately with looking at the function, I can say what is the z value here, how many people are there. If I draw in a function fashion, will it give the probability distribution as a continuous function? No. Why no? Why yes? I believe it is long time we did. Anyway, whatever the impersonation we did, we'll take a small example. I believe we have done it. Consider that there is a country where n people live. Okay, like Switzerland, I am taking the example. Switzerland, there is a country called where n people live. N people live. Okay, out of n people, x people had disease. For God's sake, no one should have disease. But consider this example. Okay, if someone feels bad that it is Switzerland, take any country which is located on Mars. I believe it is all right. Okay, there is any country where population is n. Out of n people, x people have disease. Means that the number of people who have disease is x by n. That is called q. Q equal to x by n. Okay, if that is the case, then the question is arising that what is the average probability of number of people have something like that. Okay, what is the probability? What is the probability of average number of people have disease? Okay, what is average number of people? When I know X number of people, consider country by country. One country has n number of people, another country has n number of people, another country has n number of people, like that, n number of people. Okay, okay. Now the people who have disease is, or I take the one country only, n number of people I am trying, n number of people I am trying. Okay, I believe I rephrase the question. Let's going with country by country. I take only one country. N number of people live in the country, and in that X people have disease. In that X people have disease. Okay. Now I ask people by people. I ask people by people. X people have disease. Consider I have a coin. I have a coin. Its value is $C. I have a coin and its value is $C. It is a gold coin. That's why its value is $C. Now, out of n, if X people have disease, then my amount of the dollar goes by 2, by 2, by 2. I have given similar example earlier. What I'm trying to say is, if I have n number of people and X number of people have disease, then my dollar amount will go become 1 by 2 to the power X. Makes sense? If I find one person a diseased person, then my dollar amount will go 1 by 2, C by 2. I find another person a diseased person, my dollar amount will become 1 by 2 into C into 1 by 2, C by 4. If I see another person a diseased person, my dollar amount will become 1 by 4 into C into 1 by 2, 1 by C by 8. If I have X number of people, I find a diseased person, my dollar will become 1 by 2 to the power X into C. Okay, then if I find a person who is hale and healthy, my dollar amount will become double. So if X number of people have disease, then N minus X people are not diseased, they are hale and healthy. If I find anyone, whatever right now my money is, 1 by 2 to the power X into C, I have to multiply it by 2 if I find one person healthy. If I keep checking, those are N by N minus X. Now my money will become now 2 to the power N minus X into C. Okay, now tell me what average money I expect. What is the average money I expect? What is your average money you expect? What is the question? Question is now consider country by country, country by country, or or the you if you want to take same country, take one snapshot, take one snapshot, because there is a high chance the test or this and that it will be not the same, or you try after one day or some, there is a highly contagious disease there. One day you check, or with one test there is n number of tests. I'm sorry, there are many number of tests available. With one test you see X number of people have the disease. Okay, with another test, the X number of people have the disease, but that is changing. With another test, what is the average value of the dollar you will have after some time? Makes sense? With one set of tests, your dollar value from C, it will go to some another amount. Considering diseased person will half your dollar amount, and healthy person will increase your dollar amount. Okay, on an average, after every test, on an average, what will be your dollar amount? Okay, that we will do. I think a lot of time has passed. This question we will do through the impersonation. But these all fall under repeated summation only. Repeated summation means in digital manner, in discrete manner. How we transform into continuous and solve it. So those things we will see. If you don't mind supporting, I'm really sweating. Means these are very intricate. And that's how artificial intelligence is. Means if you understand concept of repeated summation and integration and vector and those things very minutely, then looking at this observation, you can quickly assess that what will happen next time. Okay. So please don't mind supporting us. +91 is the India country code, 948316061 is the telephone. +91 is the India country code, 948316061 is the telephone.